Yeah, hi everyone, welcome into this week's blog with Harness Racing New South Wales CEO John Dummersney. John, yet another busy week of harness racing.
Yeah, and we repeat ourselves every week. It's always busy in harness racing.
How good is it to look out the window at the moment and see some rain?
Yeah, a little bit of rain about. We hope it keeps up, but then again, we're pretty precious in everything we hope for, that it doesn't wash out race meetings. But then again, we'll take that on the chin.
Only Australia could be off one day due to smoke and rained out the next.
Yeah, that's right. And the smoke is impacting. It's impacting across harness racing, thoroughbreds, greyhounds, and general sport.
We go back to Menangle last Saturday night, Wraith Memorial, and one of the snappiest dresses in harness racing, Cran Dalgety, was in town.
Yeah, dressed down a little bit for the night. I don't know really what that was about, but his horse did the talking. Dr. Susan, 26 quarter, 3-year-old fillies is really flying. Did it tough, and then had to withstand a withering finish from Vincenzia, which came from last. It must have run a 26 quarter last, 400 as well.
Got a couple of nice horses around him at the moment too, Ross Adams.
He has. Ross is not one of those underachievers. He's just one of those guys that flies under the radar, always has had a good horse.
We move on from that to the Breeders' Association AGM and Awards Night.
The AGM was action-packed with regard to activity. 15 volunteers for that committee. Now, any other committee would be so envious of the 15, and the Breeders' Association for the upcoming year have done that. So good luck to them. Their awards night was very well attended. Everyone seemed to enjoy the night.
We move from that to the Donny Clough OAM, service to the New South Wales breeding sector winner.
And that was presented at the awards night. I'm so proud. My brother Tony was the recipient of that award. It's prestigious, it's time honoured, it's the absolute accolade from the Breeders' Association. I can't say too much about what my brother does for the industry and for all those people who seek help from him.
And I believe the MC quoted as saying, "It's nice to see a Dummersney actually works for a living win an award."
Yes, and I took that on the chin if it was aimed at me, but it could have been about my other brothers as well.
Whatever it was. Nice work. We move from that to Warragul Greyhounds, which I never thought we mentioned in the blog. Daryl Thomas has infiltrated the Greyhound Cup night.
Absolutely, and his horse, I think it's La Grande Quality, won the Warragul Cup, a Group 2 race for the Greyhounds. There was Daryl accepting the trophy with his Alabar Breeders' Challenge jacket on. So thanks, Daryl, for the publicity and the promotion of harness racing in the greyhound world.
He got another jacket out of it, didn't he?
He got a vest. That one looked a couple of years old. So anyway, well done.
So are you putting the challenge out for others to infiltrate the other codes presentations?
Oh, absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
There will be a reward.
Yes, get to it. If you can get into the Everest photo or something like that, you get to.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Kerry Ann and Robbie Morris, 50% of Tuesday's winnings.
Yeah, they a big team, no doubt, in work, but they're hard workers, and they deserve all the rewards they get. 50% of last Tuesday at Menangle was a good effort.
They're always at the forefront when it comes to time of needs.
Oh, certainly. If we need something for charity, to promote the sport, Kerry Ann and Robbie, we call them. Many others we just call, and they're only too willing to assist.
Lauren Panella, as she was when she won her first race, is now Lauren Tritton up to 900.
900 wins, first win at Newcastle in 2010. This is the 900th. She's had Group 1 winners, premierships. Her and Shane do a wonderful job. What they did for us with rehoming and retraining, and they won the award this year with one of their horses at the Royal Easter Show, which we presented a very nice video on that to show what can happen with standardbreds when they're rehomed. But I think her greatest win, if not the most unique, was when she won the Tabcorp International Monty at Menangle in about 2013. She defeated a field of not only Australians but 5 Swedish girls as well. So to Lauren, well done. There's plenty more in front of Lauren, and with Shane's assistance, it's only on the way up.
And the only Monty ever run at Menangle.
Yes, it was a very special event. Sam Nadeau was Chief Executive here at Harness Racing New South Wales. It all came out of a bit of a challenge. $20,000 race ended up coming out of it, and it was a great day, great event.
And the only Monty that will ever be run at Menangle?
Oh, you'd have to ask David Watson about that.
Don't do it, Wano. If you want to bet on something being ridden, bet in the Gallops. Blake Medlin, he's on his way at Parks.
Finally, Blake, desperately unlucky the week before with driving Caribbean Jack, but he was at his very best. Young man. His father Kevin has been in the sport as an owner trainer. His father Bill was in the sport as well, but not exactly born into the sport of harness racing. But there'll be many more wins for young Blake.
Brett Hutchings a double as well.
Yes, good to see Brett score a double on his home track.
Carnival Cup nearly needs a segment of its own because we've got a bit of news around them. Temora, firstly, it's just a great night tomorrow, Trots Carnival Cup.
Cracker night. The patronage was very strong. The entertainment off the track was fantastic, and of course on the track it's always great. But to Jane and Ray Walker and the team down there, well done. No wonder they win an award every year.
You set the bar high again this year.
Oh, they've set it high.
Goulburn, they need a new date for their Carnival Cup.
Yeah, we took the cautious approach with all the trouble we're having with the air quality down around Goulburn. We've moved their Carnival Cup date to later in the year, the first half of the year, as a precaution, of course. But it's their main meeting of the year, so they should be given every opportunity.
We head from Goulburn up to Tamworth, and the Golden Guitar's underway.
It certainly has, and wasn't it good to see the locals prominent in the first night? Ernie Mabbitt and Anthony Varga, they scored a double. We've got the 5 heats, and very, very strong heats of the Golden Guitar. They'll be contested next Sunday, so all systems go for January 23.
First 5 races too, was that done for broadcasting purposes or just the way it panned out?
Oh, they're the solid races on the program, so it's nice to keep them all together. A couple of announcements and unveilings will happen on the 23rd of January, so I really encourage people to make it to Tamworth for the Golden Guitar.
We go from that way down to that way. Junee, they've got heats of theirs on the weekend too.
Well, their Carnival Cups is the Junee Pacers Cup is the feature race. They also have a Country City Challenge of drivers, but 10 races in their prelude meeting is fantastic. 3 heats of the championship, 2 heats of the cup. It certainly is plenty of racing there.
It's a unique track. It's a great little track.
It's a great track. That people call it the uphill track, but so be it. It's everyone gets the same opportunity. They just have to get out and do it.
We head out to Bathurst, Oberon Cup night, and most of Oberon comes across for this.
Another 10 race program, and well done to Danny and Marianne Donnelly for organising this meeting. It keeps Oberon community involved in harness racing, and it's always a special night.
Of course, one of their local legends, Jeff Lawson, he'll have a couple of runners in. He's the king of Oberon racing.
I certainly will. Yes, at 10 races, it's good to see so many horses in work and available to race.
We unveiled last week the odds and evens way we're going to dish out the money for the New South Wales bushfire relief. How's that sitting a week later?
It's working very well. 33,000 we've raised so far. It's 19,000 we've raised for wires. They have the odd numbers that win on tracks, and I really thank Club Menangle for pitching in with 50% of this, and the Red Cross has the other 13,000. Anybody out there that wants to contribute to this fund, it's for an absolute worthy charity or assistance with the fires, just contact us here at Harness Racing New South Wales, and we'll join you in what we're doing. And
we finished some sad news. Andrew Ho was laid to rest this morning, being Thursday.
Yeah, it is sad news. Andrew, he was one of the most colourful people you'd come across a track, most passionate people. He and Megan, and our condolences go to Megan and his parents and the rest of his family. They were so involved with racing, not only harness racing, but they were in the young racing group that went to the greyhounds and to the thoroughbreds. Andrew always put out a welcoming hand when you walked into his presence, and he sadly passed away just after Christmas, and he will be missed. He's just a colourful, charismatic person on the race course. So once again, our condolences to Megan and the rest of the family.
Yeah, sad note to finish on this week. So hopefully come next week for the blog, which is on the phone right now. Get some news for next week's blog. We'll break it to you next week.